as well with Kevster putting in the damage. Look at that tracking. Iris forced to use that immortality field just to try and survive, and they're all so weak. The Gladiators are definitely getting the damage in. Muse falls in the end, but the Gladiators are going to be just swarming them onto the point. The Resurrect, not going to be denied. Massa gets Kai back into the fight. Could be an opening for them if they're able to get any more pickoffs, but with Kevster still alive, it's not looking likely. He's already picked off 2 of them, make it 3.
Pelican did a great job in the midst of that team fight. He was just too weak at the end. As soon as Massa goes down and Pelican doesn't have that pocket, Kevster is there going crazy. They're not the kind of team that gives you space to be able to work with. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, straight away the EMP connects and the power drive, it's perfect. Try and sync that one up again. Scoot does get the pick off onto Kai. Space going to be sending the mech right up into the sky as well. Let's take out Gate, and Amasa was able to get Kai back into the fight, but with all the ultimates committed as well, they've been pushed off. The Atlanta Reina really split up, and the way they're staggering in this fight as well. Supercharger obviously amplifying the damage on that arrow. It's a great pick for them, but Kev still with a post bomb. Massa goes down, now it's the overtime. Point's going to start to get played here, but the Atlanta Reign, they are so weak right now. All over the place, have to play around their shield. They're getting back into the mech, so Hawk will be healthy, but Kai falls. Still, Kevster taken out means a major win condition. Gladiators are often relying on is going to be taken out. But still, Iris just drops down the Amp Matrix. Nobody's playing around this. It's so far back, it's right behind the point. They're just being cleaned up. The Gladiators, way too coordinated. Not going to be taken for a loop with that one. Overtime now going to be burning. Can anybody at the Atlanta Reign even touch this one? It looks like Pelican was able to get on it to get the overtime moving, but I don't know if anybody's going to be able to touch, and they're not. First round going to the Gladiator. Bit of damage just being applied here to Space, just trying to survive. An earlier mortality field was also forced out. Shu's not going to have this for this next fight. So weak as well. Look at the tri-shots. Pelican. Again, the tracking is perfect. Skew taken out. Sticky bombs as well. Birdring's no longer present on the map. Still evened out. The Gladiators are not really going to be giving up into this fight. In fact, Muse is summing things up from the side. Has the duplicate in hand. Just needs to hit the shots. Dodging, juking, moving this way, that way. The mortality field is going to be coming through, but Iris falling doesn't make things ideal for them. Kevster ends up using his own duplicate there as well, but it seems like the tanks and the Gladiators have now fallen. The res onto Iris. Added a duplicate form. Now a big self-destruct over the top. Space doesn't get too much done with it. Just clear away the shields for the moment, but still, it's a fight that's being taking place all over the shop right now. Gator as well, just trying to play around the shield to survive. Kevster deep into the well, just trying to avoid a lot of damage that's coming in his way. Gladiators definitely got the damage to try and finish up this fight.
They certainly do. It gets flipped over in favor of the Gladiators. They are a little... That's a big punish, actually. The Gladiators in control, but without Kevster, he gets rezzed up pretty quickly. We've seen duplicates of Arissa's mostly. Normally, you'd want to be going for that deep.
And Muse playing that close to the wall as well, just gets punished for his positioning. Didn't have the teammates to try and back him up, and meanwhile, Pelican is dealing with the opposition still. It might not matter with the Gladiators winning out the fight on the actual point itself. Pelican just trying to clutch it up, so Skewed going down. Space so low, but Birdring's there to support him. Already 2 kills off the back of it. 96% now. Is anyone going to be able to touch this one? Would there be any attempt of overtime? Not likely.
I don't know whether that was miscommunication, but he got picked off on the objective. Had to use his ice block early on. But still, taking down Shu, that's the most important pick you could get.
Yeah, now the Gladiators have only got Skewed for the healing. It's not much. But the res comes off and doesn't get denied. Shu's back in, but they did have to trade Muse for it. Not putting the heals into him while all that was going on. Birdring now onto the Doomfist, looking for the pick, will be denied. Kai shuts it down. A rapid take here for the Atlanta Reign. Kevster committing the ultimate, does get 2, but not too much more with that barrage. It's going to be the eventual capture now. Atlanta Reign.
Kevster on the range hit scan.
Good poop, actually. It did push Muse away when he tried to go for the power drive. Birdring in a lot of trouble. It's taken out. A lot of pressure, and look at that fire strike from afar. Kevster's taken out, Skewed on top of it. They're already on the point. The teleporter straight onto it. They might just get 2 ticks for free here. Already to shatter, that's going to be the connection.
That's a great one.
Nanabu's committed onto Space, but it's already just mitigated completely. Self-destruct going to be blocked up on top of it, and it's just individualism across the board. The Atlanta Reign coming out with a lot of fire. That looks like a rapid capture on Hannah now, as well as he looks for at least one of the targets. Bit of pressure onto him now. Just trying to put the chip damage into Gator now, also pushing forward. Space ends up getting teammates. He trades the mech in the end, but Space being gained for it. Gonna get shut down. Beautiful plays coming out from Gator there. Walker's sandwiched himself there into the corner. The Gladiators, they push all the way through. Post bomb, gonna be a connection for them. Kai does take down Space though, trades with it anyway.
Big pick from Skewed.
Yeah.
He takes down Kai.
There's a big pick. See the duplicate form being taken out. Bird ring, okay. Just fires off the rapid fire arrows. Pelican removed Muse now, falling so low. Self-destruct into the corner, has to play right into the line of sight of the enemy, and they just burn him down anyway. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to run. There's only 2 directions, and both of them were a death sentence.
Beautiful set plays by the Atlanta Reign. Shu, though, picking off Iris. That is a crucial one. And the longer this team fight goes out, the more the Gladiators, scrappy individuals, Kevster, Shu, are being able to turn this fight around. Really good sightlines there that Shu was able to find.
Though swinging away, just going to be walking right past the shield here, and now he's got the support of his team. They're coming back off the respawn, so this Transcendence. Skewed looks to try and keep the Gladiators back in this. Kai on the Widowmaker as well. This is a beautiful angle.
Nice
yeah, he has to be dealt with. That's why Space is really just hunting him down here. Atlanta Reign on the defense. This is equally traded. But it's the Atlanta Reign who should be favored in the fight the longer this gets.
Pelican is incredibly weak here. He has the Blizzard as well. I'm sure he doesn't want to commit it at this point in time. As the
opportunity, and they're going to jump on it. The Supercharger dropped down. Now they're going to be moving forwards, though. The Blizzard to try and lock them out of that top left area, right up on top of the high ground. Gator, not going to have the shield, but they do have this. Okay, well, at least they've got the barrier on top of it.
Wow, they used Beat, and look at them scatter. The Gladiators all just disappeared. Some of them died, for sure, thanks to Kai on his flank with the...
Kevster, well, he's going to make you regret it. The Matrix is used... does mean that it's going to have to be respected. The Dragon Strike is actually used as a response, and now they're pushing right forwards into it as well. Fortified to try and walk forwards. Muse is quite healthy, and now Shu again with his Hand Matrix off onto the side. 2 picks. You got to be joking.
He's a laser.
Oh my goodness.
He's just beaming people down from the side. Hawk's doing what he can to try and keep this alive, but it's just not going to be enough. Shu is doing everything for the Gladiators as soon as he has his ult available.
The man is beaming. 30 seconds left to try and get this capture as well. They want a bit of time on the board for them. Shu absolutely farming. He hasn't missed a single shot for them. Transcendence committed, the healing, the self-destruct, everything to try and push them away. Just going to be Master left alive to try and stall this one out. Will not be able to. Gladiators get handed a life angles. Give up some progress actually though, so a tick is going to be gained for them. Immortality Field though also used. Gladiators not going to be having that into this next team fight. The Atlanta Reign going to start to play this one. Skewed ends up falling. Space demeched on top of it. And Pelican, well, nobody's been keeping an eye on him. He does what he wants. Now the duplicate online going to start swinging away. Going to get chunked down to a decent degree, but the Atlanta Reign are more than healthy to support him and back him up. Not even going to need that ultimate that he almost came close to building up. It is going to be a stop on that push. 77. They are going to be holding here. Okay, Kevster's in an aggressive position. That is a great early kill. They don't deal with the teleport, but the kills are flooding in anyway.
And that's the adjustment. Having a much more aggressive position from your Pharah so that they can put pressure on them as they're faking or even going through the teleporter. You could combo that with Halts. You could combo that with Defiant more so than if it had been just purely dry.
Oh, might even go for it early there. The teleport again, taking out Iris. Removed. You can see the pressure. Hawk is definitely trying to at least mark him so that he can't get away with too much, but this is aggression. Kevster just getting away with everything right now. It's reminiscent, honestly, to Shanghai and what they...
Definitely looking for one.
He's definitely looking for it. They actually wait out the TP cooldown straight onto the point. The Ant Matrix as well. They have a plan, and Shu! Oh my! That's an early kill. Ultimates have to be popped off here, but the Atlanta Reign, they've got a lot of value out of this. It's going to be the self-destruct. They do get the res on the Shu, but they've got to get something a little bit more. That is beautiful by Hawk. Completely tracking it, just saving up the defense matrix the entire time. And now, it is a very pretty light show on the point as every single ultimate is going to be used by the Atlanta Reign. Gator's just going to be building up his Earth Shatter, but it is just with one fell swoop them. Hopefully being able to clear this one up. The Gladiators are going to be stalling this. Use on the ball, dodges that one, but not for the back line there. That's going to be a swift kill onto Birdring. Still coming in from the side, but what can Kevster really do? Even with the nano boost applied, he gets dealt with easily. And that's the Atlanta Reign putting everything into that one.
Pelican looks like he's trying to keep Kevster in check. Guy wins the 1v1, the Hangzhou back up.
Okay, I mean, all the picks are going in the direction of the Atlanta Reign. The Gladiators, they really didn't have many openings that they could have pounced on there. They were hunting for it. You could definitely see Kevster was just trying to essentially square up to them from the side, but it's right now. Space on the Sigma as well to give them a bit more of an anchor presence, but look at that damage already, just pushing them all the way throughout. Force Form is only going to be connecting onto the shield, and Kevster, well, well timed with that immortality field, and the picks are definitely going their way. All the damage being done. There's a follow-up for it, and look at the aggression from the Gladiators. Josh, you mentioned right around this corner, but they need a pick-off. It's hard to try and play into this when Scooter's committed that Amp Matrix space. The Gravitic Flux in close quarters. Look at this space, he's jumping right into them. Eventually going to get taken down, but luckily Birdering is there, right behind him. The Storm Arrows, Kai and Pelican fall, and a DPS still alive, still putting in damage. Even with that Amp Matrix that was committed there by Iris, it's a bit of a wasted ultimate because the DPS are popping off.
Birdering's going crazy in this fight.
Crazy!
And watching that from Ziff's, the Atlanta Reign.
Playoffs Birdering is a different beast.
He really
and he's
is.
Here. He's not even here to play, he's here to just absolutely consume, and he is popping off still. The shutdown, the beatdown, whatever you want to call it. Pelican just not getting away with anything there, and it's another team fight win for the Gladiators while all of that was kicking off. Just trying to actually force Pelican to pull him back and take the 1v1. It's almost like he's goading him. He can just attract his attention for 1 second. He might be able to assist the team with Shu falling though. That's the Atlanta Reign. Pelican, what a post bomb! Birdering's taken out, almost got another one with it. He just shuts down space as well. So many kills going his way. So Transcendence invested into it, into the Amp Matrix as well. Iris might be able to get enough damage here. It is so hard for those players to stay alive, and they're going to need something more. The DPS play is the Gladiators. They had to pop off, but it's going to be the capture anyway. Not enough bodies to try and stop this one from just rolling into checkpoint B. They're still going to take this fight at the end of the day, but it has gone the way of the Atlanta Reign.
Atlanta now can start to get some of their value out of this Gravitic Flux. They could try and flux into the Dragon Strike or the Pulse.
Well, they sent up the Dragon Strike. Shu is down though, driving straight into them. That's going to be the Pulse Bomb connecting still. That aggression from the Gladiators. They dive into the backline. Going to basically give this one up, despite the fact that Shu went down early. They're still committing everything into it. It's a smart play. It's an all-in maneuver.
Do a similar thing, but instead they're just both trying to get value away from Kevster. Pelican's going to try and kill their team, and
a late
Kevster's doing the same thing.
Yeah, Muse is forced to commit those mines though, just to try and push them away, and still putting in damage. Gator, the Earth Shatter, it is a connection, but the damage, Kevster, no one is dealing with him the entire time. In fact, Shu is playing with him. That's a remake kill onto Kevster from Hawk. Hawk just had to run forwards, commit the body, just try and get it burning no matter what. They get the pick onto Muse, but is it going to be enough? With the Pulse Bomb, Kevster, he's done so much damage. The res comes through to hack as well. Kevster can't blink away. The Atlanta Reign just about finding their footing in this fight.
They're going to forge a path forwards. OT spawns as the Gladiators try to get back into this.
Oh my god, Shu is in the back line.
No way.
He finds one. If you... Okay.
That looked winnable. That really did against Pelican there.
Space use of the Gravitic Flux. It does catch onto them. Only on the one though. Hawk is going to be healed up instantly off the back of it, and they do not have Muse up. Hawk's still alive, doing the damage to Dragon Strike. It has to get something, but they just avoid it. A quick little sidestep, and space is taken care of. Into this overtime push. Gravitic Flux online, and it does do the damage necessary. Maybe a boot kill might be in order for them to try and clutch this one, because it's still alive for them. Still the Gladiators putting everything on the line. Fortunately not able to stop that. The Atlanta Gladiators eating up the damage. They're going to have this Amp Matrix up soon. In fact, both sides are. Iris drops his down first. We'll see what he can do with it. It's going to be the heals coming through, and space does get demeched. Leaping high into the sky with the Exo boots. The Atlanta Reign eventually put an end to that team fight. It was very unusual. A lot of patience being shown from both sides.
Take the fight to LA.
That's an EMP committed just for Birdering. They're trying to release him, possibly trying to get him out. It did catch onto a couple of targets, Immortality Field, but now Birdering lets loose his own. They did not reveal him. And the Gladiators, oh, they just strike on it. What an opportunity for them.
That is madness.
I think Pelican used that, expecting Birdering to be close by and that they would reveal him and get the pick.
I mean, they did catch Birdering and Muse, in fact.
Okay, Muse with the boop. The boop actually just denies them off from this high ground. It has to be the Samurai used.
Three-man shadow.
We'll see it. Gator just swinging away, but is going to get eventually brought down. The damage is a little bit too much to overcome still. Muse available in a round. I mean, he's hoping at least to try and get the boop off into the mines that he laid down earlier, but luckily the focus fire of the Atlanta Reign is there. The coordination on top of it.
Birdering's managed to build up to another just to push away the aggression.
He is playing close up right next to Gator. There's the EMP. It's actually in the back line. You see the Amp Matrix, the window just dropped. Right there, Gator gets obliterated, taken out with the Discord Orb on top of him, and look at Kevster. He's hunting for his next target. He's spotted him. What a stick! A two-man, you've got to be joking! And now he's looking for more, the health pack. He's refueled up and he's coordinated.
Minute left. Obviously, best case scenario for the Reign would be a draw. They've managed to pin them in the corner with this zoning Deadeye. Isolated Shu and taking him down. This is going to kill the momentum, at least, for Gladiators.
Yep. I see Atlanta Reign taking the initiative with this one. Both teams as well. I love it. How they're just
sound barrier in response because Birdring's just holding the EMP. There it is. Massa is hacked.
Massa does get hacked up, but if he can survive, he can come back in with a sound barrier. It's still an opportunity for him, but he goes down to the mines. The Gladiators, they're pushing this one in. They've got all the picks, and Kai, he's got to pop off. He needs to hit the heads, but he's just one player. What can he do? Taken out early. The Gladiators are going to be sailing it in. But this lone sound barrier at the end, not enough. The Gladiators do finish. They're rewarded to be smiling after that one. The Gladiators have lost two crucial pieces. Now, granted, they can get back into the fight quickly if the Gladiators choose to stall this one out, but if Kai's finding shots like this, they're not going to get an opportunity to contest. They try to roll through. Muse just gets shield bash hacked. He can't move anywhere. And now for the Gladiators, it's just tossing bodies at the objective. Anything to keep this one from really capturing, but now it's in the overtime push. The Atlanta's
got to wait for his next shield cooldown.
That's a spot on Pelican. Does push him away now at the overtime. That's a moment of respite, but now with the Dragon Strike pushing right through, that's Muse who has to back away. And Matrix used into the corner. Hawk is down. It's a great start for the Gladiators, but Kai to return. Skewed goes down. This could be big for them. The Atlanta Reign, they need a little bit more though. With the hack, it disrupts the grasp, and Kai can deal damage to nobody touches. Again, you have got...
We're running a ball comp, and now they're running double shield themselves.
This is fast. Right around the corner, and that's Shu pushed up into the upper reaches of King's Row. Hawk, shield bash onto him. He is quite low, but luckily Kai is just popping off. Just empowering him. His team just keeping him alive. They can ensure that he's able to just hit shot after shot after shot.
He's going crazy. I mean, in this extra time, Kai has been... Kevster can surely touch, right? He's a tracer. He's going to be able to get in position for it. He's behind them at the moment.
Okay.
Flux, Dragon Strike is a possibility here.
Hacked out. Space hacked out of it. Wasn't able to get the Gravitic Flux off, but now Kevster in the back. That's going to be the post bomb. It is a stick.
That's a lot of damage.
Onto it, and it has cleaved through them. It forced out the Immortality Field, but that's taken out as well, and look at it go. The Gladiators... Oh, I mean, they will supercharger, and you have to respect it. Hawk off onto the sidelines now. Does have this self-destruct. He can stall for them. Pelican has only just respawned, by the way, and Gator holding onto this Earth Shatter. Wants to break the shield right round the corner. Wants to let it rip, but just swinging anyway. Now the sound barrier, now the Earth Shatter. Everything overlapped, and they're being pushed away. Not even the EMP right at the end. It didn't even matter. The Atlanta away. He drops the pulse bomb. It just about misses, but if he got that kill, it could have been massive. Iris still holding on to it now. Massa ends up going down. Iris in close quarters. That's a nano boost applied. Only onto Pelican as well with the duplicate form. A teamfight win for the Atlanta Reign here. They have ended up besting a lot of them. Space will trade down Iris, eventually taken out of the mech and also taken out. Coming out from them, Birdring as he gets out of the cloak form. Nice little power drive is going to be disrupting that one, but Scoot goes down to Kai. Again, Kai has been creating so many openings for them with Kevster falling. Where's the spearhead for the Gladiators?
Where's the EMP as well? Birdring was forced away, which meant they didn't have access to that enormous ultimate that I think they were planning to recontest with. And now that so many players have dropped, Birdring can't invest it. The peel was amazing from Massa, though. He popped Valkyrie immediately and turned around to peel for Iris.
Okay, I mean, now you're starting to see the golf and experience when it comes to playing these tracer roles. Kevster does win out that 1v1. It sets him up nicely. Hawk so low. Brought out of the mech, taken out as well. The Gladiators, despite that slight EMP whiff where there wasn't really quite a follow-up and the Atlanta Reign did act appropriately, they ended up investing ultimates to
duplicate to be able to get away, get out.
Oh, the aggressive play ends up backfiring Pelican. As soon as the Gladiators move in, it's the Atlanta Reign's DPS that end up moving forwards, and they take out a big chunk of them still. Going blow for blow here. You can see Kevster eventually brought down in the end. Space does trade this one. The aggression from them still finding a couple of targets. Yeah, that's at least getting the picks.
They're going to just fly onto the pavement. Now the Atlanta Reign again, dangerously close to checkpoint B. 2 minutes on the clock. This is normally the kind of space where you'd expect the Gladiators to pop an EMP and be able to burn them down. That's a phenomenal opener.
And all that damage coming through, the EMP to stick. I mean, Kevster, he just doesn't miss those. What a setup, what a play. The Gladiators knew they needed to win that team fight. In fact, his ultimate's committed as well. That was South-Destruct over the top. And Space just trying to at least force the positioning so they can't really get too aggressive on them.
Good shot from Shu.
And it is fantastic, isn't it? Massa going down. Power drive is disrupted. Nice sleep onto them, and this fight continues, but it does seem like it's going the way of the Gladiators.
Yeah, it's the aggression. The follow-up is there. Kevster manages to pick off the Ana. Self-destruct finds Shu, but Gladiators are still finding the kills. As long as they can push away Gator, who's away.
They do get a contest, the overtime goes, but Birdering, he's waiting right behind him, and that EMP, that's a connection. The back line is so susceptible to it, and the coordination from the Gladiators, it's perfect. They've practiced it countless times. The back line gone, the Atlanta Reign, they don't have enough fuel for this. The healing is just not there to keep them sustained throughout this fight. And no one's going to be able to touch that one. Stopped just short of checkpoint B. The Atlanta Reign, they're going to be speed boosting right onto them. Skewed was the target they wanted to find, and they did get it in the end, but no one's really keeping an eye on Kevster. It's so hard to keep this guy in check as well, but the composition they're playing, they are relying on Pelican as well to try and get those hacks and at least stop him from pushing forwards. Now, they are able to contest it. They're buying time here.
The tracking.
Yeah, but with the spawners coming in, exactly, and Kevster just, he can just spam into the doorway. It's easy shots for him. They are going to be pushed away. Yeah, I mean, Pelican, you can feel it now. The pressure starting to get to every player in the server. Those mines in close quarters. Good luck trying to walk forwards there. The Atlanta Reign end up losing another team fight. And here's the question, Josh. Again, I asked you before. You said they should stick in for the next team fight. Okay, pushed away from that.
Did
actually.
That catch anyone? I think he got Massa. That was it.
Birdering got booped by Massa. It was a heads-up play, but Massa gets taken out anyway. It matters not. They just have so much damage with this composition. The Gladiators so spread out. It's difficult for the Atlanta Reign to get value in that fashion.
And here, I think, is where the Atlanta Reign probably need to meet.
Contest this.
I mean, who can even get there? Pelican, all right. The rest of the Atlanta Reign are going to get into position. You need to be sending ults here. And that one only catches Muse, that EMP. Yeah,
Transcendence uses response. Shu, he goes straight in, heals for the team. That's going to be the Earthshatter. It does connect, perfectly timed. Shu is on the floor, but there's no kills going their way. With the rally armor, Scoot still alive. He's supplementing the rest of his team. And now the mines, they've been crushed. The Atlanta Reign, they stuck to their guns. They stayed on the composition. But it has not worked out. The Gladiators, they knew exactly what they were doing when they took them to Dorado, and it's paid off. Look at how grouped up they are right now. Good boop. He's going to be pushing Muse away as he goes for the power drive. Kai is so low, though. And Shu, they don't even know he's right here now. They could just jump on him in a moment's notice. He is playing at such an aggressive angle, and it's not going to be paying off for them. That's Pelican just tearing them up. Off on the side, they do take care of Shu in the end, but the Atlanta Reign with the rotations, I think almost with Birdering down, it's a troubling scenario for them. Space demeched as well. The Mortality Field as well does not get too much usage that they were looking for. The Atlanta Reign winning another team fight, starting to build up those ultimates and the aggression that they're holding them to as well, pushing all the way.
This is good stuff for Atlanta. They're starting to get a serious snowball going as well. Crucial kill they needed.
It's the overtime going for them, but Muse down. Okay, it's starting to get dangerous. Space has to drop the self-destruct in just to try and keep them in this one. With Pelican going down, Shu, he's popping off. The player really coming alive in a moment of need. Now you see them coming into the back once more.
Gator is so weak.
Yeah, that's a lovely pulse bomb. Kevster just connecting it straight onto them. Birdering that pick on the master. Kevster just trying to, again, just walking backwards out of the line of sight for them. The Atlanta Reign, massively. The Atlanta Reign still pressuring them. Shu is in such a dangerous situation. Right into the corner. That's a self-destruct. And Hawk, he gets the kill onto Space on top of it. The flip up the point, the overtime going. Who can even touch this one right now? It has to be Kevster. He finds his way onto the point. He keeps the overtime going. The post bomb, it connects, but it's in the Mortality Field as a response. It keeps him healthy. Who's next? Are they even going to be able to get on? The boop away. Massa more than ready for anybody trying to keep this one going for them. And that's the first round in this map 5 scenario. Gladiators are playing so split here, but they do get the freeze up. It's a lockup. It commits the Immortality Field, and they kill it as well. The wall comes through, but the Gladiators, they're coming right back at it once more. The damage is definitely being done, and the coordination is there on top of it. Muse's life was not in vain. They were able to just push off the back of the space that he created, and they win out this Shu. EMP coming around the corner. Yeah, Shu getting so low. That's the Immortality Field. They have to play into this one. Atlanta going to be using one of their own. They do have this EMP now, and they are going to commit it. It's caught onto all the notable targets. The Atlanta Reign going to have the abilities coming into this one. Just trying not to get staggered at this point, but obviously Kevster is in position. Kevster making sure that he doesn't get jumped on. Just off onto the side, has the pulse bomb, and that is going to be a stick. It forces out the Immortality Field, but they combo it up anyway. Power driver right into the damage, Space at the off angle. It's all coming together.
It's such a good collapse. There's such a coordinate.
To get some damage in. Iris is solo. He had to commit that ult. Well, sorry, I should say the Immortality Field just to keep him alive. Now they coordinate into the backline. Shu pushed against the wall. Finally, the Atlanta Reign, they found an answer to it, but it's not over yet. Still the Gladiators with 3 players remaining, but eventually they are going to be going down because Kai... And it works out in their favor with Gator going down. The Atlanta Reign, they have to come out with something, and with Skew falling, that is a fantastic response. They answer back with their own ultimates, and the Gladiators are committing into it. A volley, Shu, that's a Transcendence, everything being pushed into this one now, and with the stick on top of it, Hawk, he's in danger of being taken out of the mech. He goes down. The Gladiators, just when you think they're out of it, they come straight back in. But the aggression, the ultimates, Pelican trying to clutch this one. He's so
obviously, and Birdring getting close to the EMP. OT triggered. Birdring
is the key. Down! Space D-Mech, this could be it. The Gladiators, they've come so far for this. They're going to need something massive. The post-bomb, it's denied. The Immortality Field is there. And the Atlanta Reign, also healthy. Even with this EMP, is it even going to be enough? Birdring solo has to get out of the fight, and now it is danger. Kai just shooting down every single target that tries to keep this one burning, and it is not enough. The Atlanta Reign will be moving forwards in the lower bracket, and they have sent the Gladiators home.
What an incredible performance from Atlanta in the 2021 playoffs. They have secured their position in the top 4. The best season this franchise has had, these players have had. And to do it taking down a team